Welcome to the City of Mountain Home's Parks and Recreation Soccer. We appreciate you taking the time out of your busy schedule to help coach the youth of Mountain Home. Our motto this year is fundamentals and sportsmanship. Our league is not about winning the game, but rather using the proper fundamentals and having great sportsmanship. Many kids from our program will move on to play competitive soccer, and it is our goal to make sure they have been taught fundamentals and sportsmanship. Okay, let's get started. Effective with the 2010 season, we're going to start requiring some of the most basic and fundamental skills to be instructed both during practices and games. This will not only make it a more rewarding experience for the players, but will help prepare them for playing competitive soccer in the years to come. Many of our coaches are coaching for the very first time and have requested some additional information and help in getting not only the kids off on the right foot, but themselves as a coach as well. Our program, in conjunction with the National Youth Sports Coaches Association, the NYSCA, have teamed up to bring you this educational video to get you off on the right foot as a coach and to ensure that the most basic of fundamental skills are being taught. We have broken down the fundamentals into 10 items. Each of these are to be taught during your practices, and we look forward to watching the kids utilize these fundamentals during their games. Please make notes on these items as each of the fundamentals are both displayed and demonstrated for you.
Okay, fellas, now we're working on some dribbling skills. This is to warm our legs up. We want to learn to develop our foot speed and control the ball. So everybody standing up with the ball in front of you now. Let's start off slow, just barely touching the top of the ball. We don't want to make it move. You want to touch it and barely make it move, real nice and soft. Now we can pick up the pace a little. Let's go at a jog. Just barely touching the top of it. And get a nice rhythm. And now, who can do it while you're looking at me? It's very important that you learn to look up while you're controlling the ball. See what's going on around you. Feel the ball. Okay, and now let's move on to the next drill. This is still to develop foot speed and a little bit of touch on the ball. Let's get the ball in between our feet here. Legs spread a little bit. We're just going to go back and forth in between our feet. Back and forth, nice and slow. Try not to move around too much. Stay in one spot. And then when you get comfortable, let's go at a little jog. Learn to look up. Look down at the ball. Look up. Look down at the ball. That's a good habit to get into when you're dribbling. You got to see what's happening on the field as well. And when you get comfortable, let's add a little speed to it now. As fast as you can. Keep control of it. Don't let it get away from you. Fellas, that was great. Let's move on to the next one. This is the last one that we're going to warm up with. This is called the step over move. Before we get going, let me explain a step over to you a little bit. When we do a step over, here's one thing I want you to do. Bring your foot in back of the ball and then step over it. In back of the ball and step over. Alternate your feet. In back and around. In back and around. In back and around. Go ahead. Try that walking. In back and around. The reason we want to go in back first is because it leaves the ball in front of us where we're in control. If I step over it first, the ball is outside of my body and I'm not in control of it. So we go in back of it first so that the ball always ends up in front of us. Now let's add a little speed to it. Get a little rhythm, fellas. A little rhythm. And when you feel good, let's see, as fast as you can go. Fast feet, fast feet. Okay, fellas, that was good. Now let's move into the next phase. We've worked on developing foot speed and control of the ball. Now let's add a little movement. Here's what I want you to do. Everybody, you're going to get inside the circle here. And we're going to just dribble around freestyle to start, okay? So everybody just come on in. Let's start dribbling around. Good. Now let's move into the next phase. We've worked on developing foot speed and control of the ball. Now let's add a little movement. Here's what I want you to do. Everybody, you're going to get inside the circle here. And we're going to just dribble around freestyle to start, okay? So everybody just come on in. Let's start dribbling around anywhere in the circle. Avoid everybody else. Keep the ball away. Learn to look down, look up. Avoid contact with anybody. Keep going, keep going. Keep the ball under control. Keep the ball close to your body. Don't let it get too far out in front of you, but don't let it stay right underneath your feet. Very good, and keep moving, keep moving. But you're not sprinting either. Keep the ball close to your body. All right, and everybody freeze. Now let's add something a little different. We're going to use the outsides of our feet only. You can only dribble the ball with the outsides of your feet. We want to learn to control the ball with every surface on our foot. Instep, outstep, toes, laces, heels, whatever it takes, we can develop it. So here's what we're going to do. Outside of the foot only, outside of the foot only, back and forth. Everybody go ahead. Let's start dribbling. Outside of the foot. Use up the whole circle. Go all around. Find the space. Start out slow, then when you get comfortable, pick up the speed a little. Whichever direction you're going, use that foot. If you're going to the left, use your left foot. If you're going to the right, use your right foot. Get used to using both feet. And everybody freeze. Okay, we're going to continue dribbling with the outsides of our feet, but now anytime you come to anybody else in the circle, let's do a little shoulder fake. Sometimes you can fake out somebody on the other team without ever touching the ball. Just a little body movement will make your opponent go the wrong direction. So now when you're dribbling, when you come to somebody, do a shoulder fake and then cut to the outside with that foot that you're going. Okay? Cut to the outside with the outside of your foot. We're dribbling with the outside. When you come to somebody, shoulder fake and go the other way. Right? Just a lot of movement. Use up the whole circle. Ready? And everybody dribbling with the outside of the foot only. Outside, outside. Avoid traffic. Learn to dribble in traffic. In the game, you can't just run in one direction. You got to find the open space. Good. Outside of the foot only. Give me a nice shoulder fake when you come to me. Who's got a shoulder fake for me? Good. Little head bobble, a shoulder fake. Good. Very nice. And freeze. Now, everybody remembers this? We did this earlier to develop our touch on the ball. Now we're going to do it while we're dribbling. Every step you take, you got to touch the ball inside of your feet. Every step. So we want to be able to run and touch the ball with every step that we take. All right? And remember, look down at the ball, look up. You got to see where you're going. You need to be able to move in traffic. Every touch. Every step, you need to touch the ball. Start out slow. And as you get comfortable, add a little speed. Use up the whole area. Don't stay in one spot. Don't just go around in one circle. And freeze. Now let's go with one more surface. We've used the outsides of our feet. We've used the insides. Now we're going to use the bottom of our feet. I want you to put your foot on the ball and roll it. Foot on the ball and roll it. Want to learn to roll the ball with the bottom of our feet. And as we get comfortable, we want to add a little speed. Right? Roll it with the bottom of your feet. Right? Roll them with the bottoms of our feet. Start out walking. Get used to it. Roll it forward. Step over. Roll it forward. Roll it forward. Roll it forward. You don't have to do it with every touch. Take a couple dribbles and then roll it with the top. Roll it with the top and change directions. Now, you can dribble with any part of your foot again. Outsides, insides, bottoms. But whenever I say change, I want you to change directions as quick as you can and go the other way as fast as you can. So if I'm going this way and you hear change, let's go the other way as quickly as you can. Change the other way. There's two different surfaces on our feet that we can use to do this. We can pull it back with the bottom of our foot, or we can use our side of the foot to go that way, inside, outside, whatever it takes. Let's change directions. What I want you to think about, concentrate on this, is how fast you can go the other way. Ready? Everyone dribbling? In and out, freestyle, dribbling around. And when you hear the command, how fast can you go in the other direction? And change. As quick as you can. And change. Watch out for traffic. Keep control of your balls. Don't let it get too far.
Thank you for taking the time to review this video. We look forward to working with each of you during the upcoming season. If at any time you desire additional information on coaching, please do not hesitate to contact one of our staff members. We are here to help you. Have a great season.